Family, what it do? It's your girl Toot, and I am back with another video. Shout out to the squad. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming back and tuning in. Do me that solid, for real though. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I need you to follow me on all my other social platforms. You'll find me Toot Reacts. It'll be that across all of the platforms. Follow me on Twitch at Tap In with Toot, and follow me on Kick. On Tap In with Toot. You're going to see me over there on the green screen as well. I'm about to be on all platforms, okay? So just go ahead and start following me now. You'll find me on there and start following now. We're about to get into the rest of this. Well, not the rest of this, but some more of this Iyana Sawyer trial. I'm not going to lie to you. This, you know, as I've been going over the NaZiyah's case, I thought that was very ridiculous. But then the more I get into this, the more I realize that it's motherfuckers that's crazy everywhere. So we have to really keep some strong eyes on our children. Please, let's do it. I also want to let you know tomorrow we have a very, very interesting story. We're going to be talking to a lady whose story is remarkable. You feel what I mean? We're getting back into the Testimonial Tuesdays. And listen, a Testimonial Tuesday can be you guys. It could be a number of things. But this case that I'm going to be talking about tomorrow was actually very viral, and a lot of people probably know about it once you see it. I'm going to be rolling out promotion for it, so you guys will all be able to tune in tomorrow or whatever. A fantastic story. I expect for all of you to be there, and if not, if you cannot be there, it'll be on Tutti Uncensored, so you won't miss a beat, all right? We're about to slide right into this video right now. Now, we're about to get into the best friend of Iyana Sawyer's testimony, okay? I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Let me go ahead and pull it up on the screen, and we're about to get right into it. Let me pull me up too as well. Let me delete this. Now, if you at work, put the earbud in the other ear. That's away from the aisle so nobody can rat on you. You feel what I mean? It look like you typing. It look like you here, but you really over here with me. You know what I mean? It look like you typing, but you with Tootie. It's okay. I like that. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, y'all.
Ma'am, good afternoon to you. Just watch over here to your right. Watch your steps as you come forward. If you need a glass of water, let us know. We'll do our best to accommodate you. I only ask if there's an objection made during your course of your testimony. Just pause for a second, let me rule on the objection, and then you may continue from there, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you can adjust the microphone as you deem necessary.
Okay.
Ms. French, you may inquire, you're ready.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please introduce yourself to the jury.
My name is Alberta Vey.
And will you please spell your first and last name?
Albertha. For my first name, my last name is Vey, V as in victory, Aye.
Thank you, ma'am. And where do you generally live?
Jacksonville, Florida.
And how long you've lived here in the area?
My entire life.
And how old are you?
20.
What do you do for a living?
I work for Duval County Public Schools.
Are you a recent high school graduate?
No, ma'am.
When did you graduate?
2021.
So about 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago?
Yes, ma'am.
And what high school did you graduate from?
Sandalwood High School.
And where did you go to middle school?
Arlington Middle School.
Did you go all 3 years there at Arlington Middle School?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you get to know someone in particular that became one of your best friends at Arlington Middle School?
Yes, ma'am.
And who was that?
Iyana Sawyer.
And did you all have classes together in middle school at some point?
Yes, ma'am.
And was it an instant friendship?
Yes, ma'am.
However, the two of you, did y'all go to the same high school?
See, that's the thing that was very troubling. When I'm listening to this case, it makes me see a lot of inconsistencies in the NaZiyah case. I just have never heard of in my life, my entire life, a child that's in middle school who does not have at least one best friend. And you would have thought by now we would have heard by her. Now, you know what I'm saying? When we did the balloon release, we did meet people who knew of NaZiyah, but it's almost kind of like weird that she didn't have that bestie, unless that bestie was always Janiyah. But we're gonna probably uncover more stuff as the NaZiyah Harris trial come up. But it just when I'm doing this case, it just let me see all the errors in the other case. I don't know if you guys kind of feel the same way, but it's just the way it get to me. I don't know.
No, we did not go to the same high school.
And did she go to Terry Parker?
Yes, ma'am.
However, even though the two of you did no longer went to the same school, did you maintain that best friend relationship?
Yes, ma'am.
And how would the two of you communicate?
Through social media or texting.
Would that include Snapchat?
Yes, ma'am.
What about Instagram?
Yes, ma'am.
And I think maybe earlier on, was there a different app the two of you would use?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that?
Kick?
But that's something more kind of in the past.
Yes, ma'am.
How would you describe IS?
Like, as a friend?
Yes, how was she?
Kind, funny, just a joy to be around.
Now, did IS and yourself have a small, close-knit group of friends?
Yes, ma'am.
And could you tell me who those other friends were?
Haley Shempert and Marie Logan.
See what I mean?
And did you all meet in middle school or elementary school?
We all met together in middle school.
Now, as part of being one of the closest friends of IS, did the two of you ever discuss boys?
Yes, ma'am.
And I say boys because I'm thinking about a time when you guys were younger, so.
Yeah.
Did you ever know during your friendship for IS to have a boyfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was his name? That IS told you.
Jose?
Did you ever meet?
That's a goddamn shame. Now, for the people of us, for the people who might not understand what's going on, we're actually looking at the trial of Iyana Sawyer. Now, Iyana Sawyer pretty much has some very vast similarities to NaZiyah Harris. She was a 16-year-old, you know what I'm saying, or whether who was pregnant and unalived by her auntie's husband. And I always say baby father because they had babies born with each other as well. And I'm just showing the similarities to the NaZiyah Harris case. But she was in fact married. He was in fact married to Iyana's auntie. Okay. It's just fucking horrible how these men just prey on women. Young women at that. So for the people who's not understanding what's going on, that's what we're doing. We're going into the trial and we're doing a deep dive like how we did with NaZiyah. Now the person that's on the stand right now would be the victim's best friend, okay?
This person, Jose.
No, ma'am.
Now Jose was a code name for Jonathan, which would be Iyana's uncle, pretty much. Let's get it.
Did this person, Jose, go to Terry Parker High School?
Not to my knowledge.
What about Sandalwood High School?
Not to my knowledge.
And I think, did you ever meet Jose?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever see a picture of Jose?
No, ma'am.
Was Jose ever described to you in physicality?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that?
He was described as looking like he was mixed and being Hispanic with dark hair.
Did you know how old Jose was?
Like early 20s.
Did you know if Jose had children?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know if Jose is that person's real name?
No, ma'am.
Now, through your friendship with IS from middle school through high school, did the two of you ever go to each other's home?
No, ma'am.
And why is that?
We just never really, found time. Every time we tried to schedule, it would be a conflict on either end.
Had you ever been to IS's home, just at least for a visit?
Not for a visit, but one time to pick her up for a field trip.
Had IS ever been to your home?
No, ma'am, I don't believe so. Or I don't recall.
Was a lot of your friendship based upon either at school or using cell phones?
Yes, ma'am.
How often do you think you would talk with IS?
Basically every day.
Now, besides this person, Jose, did IS ever discuss any other males?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that a person by the name of Kamar?
Yes, ma'am.
Was the relationship that IS had with Kamar the same as the Jose?
Yes, ma'am, in a way.
And what do you mean by in a way?
Her relationship with Jose seemed a bit more intense, and her relationship with Kamar seemed more sexual.
And when you say intense, does that mean like in love with the person?
Now that's actually very interesting because I know when there was known to be a relationship between Kamar and IS, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, he actually had charges brought up on him for SA. Now it seems like now, according to the best friend, that there seemed to be at least a consensual relationship between IS and Kamar. But I think because of the vast age difference, it wouldn't matter if she gave consent or not. Because at this particular time, I believe she was young. You know what I'm saying? Y'all correct me in the comments if I'm wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall the first time that IS had ever brought up the name Jose to you?
Sometime around like 9th grade year, I want to say.
And what about the person by the name of Kamar?
Somewhere around 9th or 10th grade.
Now, had you ever met Kamar?
No, ma'am.
Had you ever seen a picture of Kamar?
No, ma'am, I don't recall.
Now, were you friends with IS's younger sister, SS?
Not friends, but I knew her.
And was that just a kind of acquaintance through IS?
Yeah, it's kind of like she knew my brother, but they weren't friends.
But your friendship was with IS?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you meet SS through IS?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, at some point through your friendship with IS, did you learn that she was pregnant?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did you learn that?
I learned she was pregnant sometime in 10th grade year. I can't remember the exact time frame. Somewhere around my birthday in November. It's like that, but I don't remember like the exact date.
In fact, in November of 2018, did you celebrate a special birthday year?
Yes, ma'am. That was my sweet 16.
Did you invite IS to come to that party?
Yes, ma'am.
And did she come?
No, ma'am.
And is that about the time frame that you found out she was pregnant?
Yes, ma'am.
So would that have been the month before she left her Parker that day?
Yes, ma'am. That was the month beforehand.
Okay. So we're talking in 2018, just to be clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't want to assume anything, so thank you, ma'am.
Boy, they best friendship was a little bit different. You feel what I mean? Because my best friend, I had to be at her house. You feel what I'm saying? And I would have definitely had to seen a picture or something of all of these dudes. It seemed like for them to be best friends, it was more like, I don't know, phone buddies or something. I don't know. Let's keep going.
Through that conversation, I'm only going to ask specifically, did IS tell you who the father was?
I don't recall her specifically saying who the father was.
Did you ever ask?
Yes.
But you don't know what an answer was?
Through that conversation around my birthday, no. If we talked about it beforehand or afterhand, I do remember her saying who the father was, just not during my birthday.
Oh,
That
okay.
makes sense, yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me ask you, at some point in time, did IS tell you who the father was?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry for my vague question there.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. And who did she tell you?
Jose.
Prior to IS leaving school that day at Terry Parker to never be seen again, do you recall last time that you spoke to her?
A few days before.
And do you remember how you spoke to her and like in what type of communication method?
Through social media.
How did you learn that IS was missing?
I got the text from her sister saying that she hadn't gotten on the bus that day.
Did you try to reach out to IS?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you successful?
No, ma'am.
Did you help to try to find her?
Yes, ma'am.
Any luck?
No, ma'am.
You know, sometimes I hate when people goddamn ask stupid questions like this. Now, I know, I get it. I know, but no, that's dumb. You feel me? If she did, don't you? All right.
So one moment, Your Honor. So I have one last question for you, ma'am. Since 12/19 of 2018, have you had any type of contact with IS?
No, ma'am.
No further questions. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what when I think about when I hear shit like this, I think about how sick some of these grown ass men is. Now, these grown ass men would know they're doing something completely wrong, but still have no restraint to even use protection. You know what I'm saying? There is no way in the world why you should have that type of weakness to where you know you're doing something wrong. You know this this girl is underage. You know you're dating this girl's family member, and it's still it's a sickness. You can't even help yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, oh my God.
Good afternoon, Ms. B.
Facts. I feel you believe they need to be underneath the jail,
Please.
getting stomped.
All right, to start out, if you could tell me, you talked about talking and conversating with IS. Did you use Snapchat with IS?
Yes, ma'am.
And did your other friends also use Snapchat to communicate?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that the most common app that you used to communicate with your friends or between your friends?
At the time in like high school, we used Snapchat. In middle school, we used Kick.
Okay. So at the time around 2018, Snapchat was the main app that you all were using?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to talk to you about Jose, just briefly. You described Jose during direct examination as being mixed.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you mean by mixed that he was mixed with Hispanic origins and something else?
Basically, you're like kind of black and white or Hispanic and black, but mixed with something.
Okay, understood. And that's the description that you got from IS, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did she describe that person to you when you all were in the 9th grade?
I believe so.
So I want to ask you a little bit about him. Do you recall her telling you his exact age?
I believe so. I recall her saying he was like 20 or 21.
All right. And I know you said on direct you had never met him, you never saw a picture of him or anything like that.
No, ma'am, I never saw him.
Did you ever speak to him on the phone or message with him or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
And did IS at any point in time ever tell you that Jose was some sort of code name?
I don't recall.
Did you at that time believe Jose to be the real name of the person who she was in a relationship with?
want to say yes. I'm sorry, I don't really recall at the time. That's just the name that we used, so it's like 50-50, because you know, sometimes, like, especially in middle school, you would use a code name for a boy that, like, you liked. So, I believe so. I'm sorry.
That's okay. If you don't remember, you can tell me you don't
I don't recall. I'm sorry.
No problem. As best you can remember, do you specifically remember ever saying this is a code name or anything like that?
I don't recall.
Okay, thank you so much. And as far as you know, she always did call this person that she was in a relationship with Jose. She never used any other name.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You said that she told you that she was pregnant, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And she also told you that Jose was the father.
Yes, ma'am.
Did she ever mention anyone else she thought may be the father?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I know you talked about around your birthday and that being like November time period.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And shortly before your birthday, shortly before IS went missing. Is that correct?
Like my birthday was before she went missing?
Correct.
Yes, ma'am, it was.
And just the month prior.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall having some conversations with her where you weren't able to she wasn't able to come to your birthday party?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that because people had learned that she was pregnant and there was kind of a lot of drama going on and people upset about that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. As far as Jonathan Quilles, prior to this case, before IS went missing, had you ever heard that name?
No, ma'am, I don't recall.
Did you know who he was in any way?
No.
Had you ever talked to him, seen him, or anything like that?
No.
You know, I find that very weird that was her bestie and she didn't know that would be of her uncle. And then another thing that was really weird to me, I just remember a part of the testimony where Jonathan Quilles was really trying to convince the auntie and the rest of the family for her to have an abortion. How you gonna get mad at the family because you had a weakness, you little punk?
IS ever told you about Jonathan Quilles?
I don't recall.
Right, to the day that IS actually went missing, you found out that day, later that day, that IS had not gotten on the bus and no one could find her.
Yes, ma'am.
At that point, did you assist in trying to locate her?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what did you do specifically to try to help locate her?
I tried calling her and I got sent a flyer saying that she was missing, so I shared that with family and friends.
Right, and then how did you share that?
Through social media and text messaging.
And did you do that on like your Instagram, Facebook?
Yes, ma'am.
On both platforms?
On Instagram, I don't use Facebook.
Fair enough, thank you. I know Facebook's probably outdated, so on Instagram you actually did share like a post basically asking for information of where she was?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall anybody giving information as far as, hey, I've seen her or anything along those lines?
I do recall.
You do recall that?
Someone giving me information, yes, ma'am.
Did you follow up on that?
I asked them about it.
Okay, and did they give you information about where she might be or where they might have seen her?
Yes, ma'am.
To Michael, me too. You wouldn't have been able to tell me you was pregnant by somebody older, especially somebody who don't go to our school, and I would not been able to get the dibs on that. We probably would have fell out because I would have kept bugging you about that shit. Like, that's why it's weird in this sense.
And they did.
Do you recall what you did with that information that they provided you?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do?
I recall, I believe, telling her mom. I'm not 100% sure in my recollection, but I do remember telling an adult, probably either her mom or the police or both.
About someone having seen her that day?
Hearsay at this point regarding what someone else stated.
Sustain.
The information that you received as far as that you provided to police, did you personally follow up in any way on that yourself?
No, ma'am, I don't recall following up.
And did you ever have any conversations or anything like that with anybody about that location of where she was seen?
Objective hearsay again.
It's overruled. She's following up. It's not an out-of-court statement. Go ahead, counsel.
Could you repeat
answer.
the question, please?
Of course. Did you ever have any conversations with anybody following up with that afterwards?
The person who said they saw her.
You did, in fact, speak to them.
You're right. This whole line is supposed to be hearsay.
Overruled. It's not an out-of-court statement she's on asking for.
I did ask them where they saw her.
Thank you. And they provided that information to you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Outside of that, did you also communicate with IS's family about where she might be?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you specifically speak to SS, her younger sister?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you and SS kind of brainstorm where she might be?
Not really brainstorm, no, ma'am.
Okay, do you recall an individual that you were trying to locate named Brian or Brandon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and was that a phone number? Was there a phone number attached to that person that you were trying to reach them on?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you actually call this Brian or Brandon person?
I don't recall calling.
Okay. Do you remember, if I were to show you or tell you a number, would you recall if that was the number that you received as being his?
I might not recall the phone number, no.
Okay, if I showed you a contact that has a photo on it, would that help you to remember if that's the individual that you tried to contact?
Yes, maybe. I'm
Fine.
sorry, it's been so long.
It's okay, if I may approach, Judge.
Sure.
I'm gonna go back to the podium to ask the question.
I think Woody fucked it up for all of us. We desensitized over the word recall.
All right, I just handed you a screenshot of a phone number and a photograph at the top. Do you recognize that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, and what do you recognize it to be?
I recognize this to be a screenshot that was shared when we were looking for Iyana.
And how do you recognize that?
I believe it was a phone number that was given to me, and then I tried looking for it or calling it, because at the time I had a Samsung, and you could do that.
And is that an accurate representation of what you received and the number that you called at that time?
I believe so.
That phone number, do you mind reading that number?
904-626-6942.
And the photograph of that person that's on that, do you recognize that to be this person, Brian or Brandon?
No, ma'am. I never knew a Brian or Brandon.
Okay, is that who you believe that person to be?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Your Honor, at this time, defense would move. I'm so sorry, I don't have it. I can't recall the number they might have.
Any objection from the state?
Well, Your Honor, we actually didn't, we didn't stipulate this, so it was defense exhibit C.
Any objection?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
That objection mark it as, that should be defense 1 then, I believe?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, mark it as defense exhibit 1.
All right, after you tried to make contact with that phone number, did you speak about that with IS's family?
I don't recall.
Do you recall
Right.
maybe attempting to try and call that phone number from a different number to see if they would answer?
I don't recall.
Fair enough. Outside of what you described to us as far as trying to call it and looking at the number to see if you knew if you had any other contacts with that, did you do anything else with that?
With the phone number?
Yes.
No, I don't recall.
Okay. Did you ever provide that information to police or tell them about that?
I don't recall. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this might not have been her bestie.
Now I want to talk to you about a little bit about IS and the conversations that you may have had prior to her going missing. Did you, were you aware of IS's plans to leave town with Jose or whoever?
No, ma'am.
Did you guys ever have any conversations about her running away with Jose?
No, ma'am.
As far as Jose goes, you said he was about 21 years old, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Or 2021, I believe you said.
Yes, ma'am.
You guys would have been how old at that point?
15, 16.
All right. And at that time, you didn't approve of that type of relationship.
No, ma'am.
And you just thought he was a little too old for you guys being as young as you were at that time.
Yes, ma'am.
And you actually expressed that to IS, that you thought, this guy's just too old for you at 20 or 21.
Yes, ma'am.
As far as Kamar Humphrey goes, at some point do you recall telling police that Jose was Kamar Humphrey, the guy that lived across the street from
No.
IS?
No, ma'am.
You don't have any recollection of that?
I don't, I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you know, I know you said you'd never seen or even seen a picture of Kamar Humphrey, but did you know about the relationship between Kamar Humphrey and IS?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you aware of the incident that occurred in late February, early March, that was reported to police?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did you become aware of that situation?
Iyana told me.
And did she tell you that her mom had called the police and reported this incident to them about what happened with her and Kamar?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know IS to continue that relationship with Kamar Humphrey following that?
No, ma'am.
Do you know if they ended the relationship after that?
I don't recall her saying they ended it.
And as far as you know, that wasn't just a one-time thing. There was an ongoing relationship between them, whether it was just sexual or more. Were you aware of an ongoing relationship between them?
I don't recall being aware of an ongoing relationship.
So as far as you know, it was just that one time.
I believe so.
Yeah, I was about to say she was real discreet. She didn't tell nobody his real name at all.
All right, and I just want to follow up with one other thing. After IS went missing, do you recall telling SS to tell her mom about Jose?
Yes.
Did you tell SS, hey, tell your mom that she's in a relationship with Jose and he's older?
Yes, ma'am.
SS didn't know what you were talking about.
Yes, ma'am. That's what she said.
You didn't go into any details with her about who Jose was or anything like that when she said she didn't know what you were talking about?
I don't recall that part. I'm sorry.
She didn't make any sort of indication to you that she knew who Jose was?
I don't recall. It was just like one conversation.
And all you can recall from that conversation is that SS told you basically, I don't know what you're talking about as far as who Jose is.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just a moment, please. All right, after you found out that IS was pregnant, did you guys ever have any conversations about her wanting to get an abortion?
I do recall.
You do?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I was just making sure I heard you correctly.
I'm sorry.
You do recall having a conversation with her about her wanting an abortion?
I do recall having a conversation about her getting one. Wanting one was like not wanting, but like deciding about it.
Okay. Did she talk to you about asking for money from her grandmother for that?
I don't recall.
Do you recall IS ever telling you that Jose lived across the street from her?
No, ma'am.
Do you ever recall IS telling you that Kamar Humphrey got her pregnant?
No, ma'am.
Nothing further.
Any redirect? And it's good to see you. Have a good rest of your day. State may call your next witness.
State the next call, Haley Shimper.
So that was actually the best friend's testimony. I don't think she really recalled a lot of shit. You feel what I mean? Like, I get it, I don't get it. When you have the term or the title BFF, I think there's just gonna be more things that you was gonna be privy to. I chalk this up as being a very strong association. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of that could have shifted once she really showed her views on the Jose dude. And I understand how it is. You already know how it is when you tell your homegirl something about the man you love. Y'all relationship sometimes will go down a tank. You dig what I mean? So I don't know if it was one of those situations. What I will say is shout out to her for just not sitting there. You know what I mean? Or whatever, knowing something felt weird and still try to, give her the appropriate advice when it came down to this punk ass. But anyway, we're about to get into the sister's testimony right now. So y'all stay tuned. That's what we're about to do. Hold on.